right on to the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. Though you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love you've been dreaming of will be there at the end of
Right. Total credit to Millwall for kicking that ball out on the 6th minute. For the players to stand there, total credit. Total credit to our neighbours, Aston Villa, for doing exactly the same against Leicester. We all know that the emotions have run deep this week, and we're not going to talk about the two scumbags, and we're not going to keep this going for a long time through the show, right? Because it's not what we're about, and that's not being heartless or anything like that. I've got 4 children of my own and 3 grandchildren, and we're on the way. It's been a difficult week for everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack on with our show tonight, try and have a laugh as we normally do on a Monday, and just dedicate the show to Arthur.
Well said, Nick. Well said.
You can't. You know what, Chris? I'm nearly crying now. You can't say anything, can you?
That's it's
Can't say anything.
don't know. It's.
But you know what?
I find it hard watching. So,
Yeah. what we got to do. I mean, look, and thank you to the whole football community up and down this country, even Wolves and as I say, you know, I never say the two words together. Aston Villa. There you go. I've said it tonight. Probably, I think, the first time in 11 years on this show that I've actually said those two words together. Respect, absolute, total, and utter respect, and thank you from every single Birmingham City fan up and down this land. Arthur.
Yeah.
Right, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Jack in tonight, but I don't think your microphone's on, Jack, because there's a little red line through it. Oh, God, he's put it on. Oh, dear me.
He's a professional. He's a professional.
Are you a professional, Jack?
I won't go that far.
Oh, no, neither would I, mate, to be honest with you. Right, okay, so there's no win at the weekend at Millwall. You know what? Plymouth in the cup at home. That's going to be a little bit of a Billy bonus, I hope.
Let's hope so.
Or it's going to be, you know, a banana skin. Who knows? We'll find out soon. I didn't go to the game on Saturday. Chris didn't go to the game on Saturday. Paul didn't go to the game on Saturday. Mark didn't go to the game on Saturday. And Alan didn't go to the game on Saturday. But one of our members in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, did go to the game on Saturday. No, he didn't go to the game on Saturday. His name's Jack Stables. And at the start of the show, Jack, we want to understand why you travelled to Millwall and didn't get into the game. Off you go. The floor is yours. Jack Stables.
It's not as big a story as you might.
We think it is.
No, so basically, we me and a handful of pals, we go down to London once a year as a get together, a bit of a Jolly Boys outing, and it just so happened to land on the day that Blues played Millwall away. So you know, in the build-up, you know, talking to a few pals of mine that are Millwall fans, some Blue Noses, just weighing up, look, do I grab a ticket, do I not? And ultimately, you know, got closer to the event, managed to kind of secure some tickets. And
sorry, Jack, I'm going to interject. Managed to kind of secure some tickets. What is kind of secure some tickets?
I'd got hold of someone that had some going spare, and I was going to kind of just play it on the day. So we started the day pretty early. You know, it was an all-dayer pretty much.
Okay, so I just want to clarify this for the humans out there, mate. Right? We started the day early. Enlighten us what started the day early means.
8 o'clock, which is probably not as early as some would feel it, but yeah.
Right, so what were you doing at 8 o'clock?
That's early for Nick.
In Wetherspoons, in Solihull.
Oh my God, what a horrible, vile, soulless thought that is.
Oh, I love Wetherspoons.
God, you must be the lowest of the low if you go to Wetherspoons.
I love Wetherspoons.
I didn't get any chips, by the way. If anyone's been watching that thing on Facebook with the chip count, I don't know if anyone's seen that. But
No.
Oh no, I won't bore you with that. So we started at Spoons, got on the train just past 9 o'clock. You know, a few beers each, and we got down there. I mean, it's fantastic. So loads of Blues fans on the train, in, you know, high spirits, singing songs, flags everywhere. It was a great atmosphere going down. But yeah, just, do you know what? It's one of those, really. I think having gone back, I'd have probably planned it a bit better. Bit of an understatement of the year. But no, do you know, it was a great day. We got to a local sports bar. We watched all the football going on there. Got back towards the station in the evening. All the same Blues fans, same pub on the way back. Do you know what? We had a cracking day. And looking at the result, I mean, I was trying to, before tonight, I was thinking, what positives could we have taken from that game? I don't think we had any injuries, did we, or suspensions? And I know that's saying a lot, but I don't know.
So I think that's a fair point, Jack, with the way the officials have been with us lately.
Well, and this is it. You know, and as Blues fans, we have to try and take the positives, don't we? Because not every game goes our way. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I was disappointed with the result. I think we can all be disappointed with the result, but at the same time, I think we just got to start to realise where our ambitions are this season. I mean, I'll be honest, I'd take mid-table this season. I know others would disagree and say, look, we should be pushing, but I'd just take no relegation fight, to be honest. I'd be very happy.
Jack, either no relegation fight or mid-table is an improvement on the last 5 years.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
You know, we're in a consolidation period. And until such time as we get rich multi-billionaire owners, and this is going across the world on Facebook. If there's anybody out there with loads of money, please come in and buy Birmingham City Football Club. Until that time, and I can't see an end to this regime at the minute, but until that time, this is what we are. You know, we are a mid-table championship team.
Yeah, mid-table.
Got to face the facts. Anyway, got to introduce you to the team tonight. Paul Hipkiss, ladies and gentlemen.
Evening all.
Mark Andrew Adams.
Hello, everybody. Evening.
He's professionally shut his microphone up again, isn't he? Not. Is it a cat meowing or something in the background? Or is it? No, I know what it is. It's his missus shouting at him. The one and only Mrs. Brown.
Good evening.
And from myself, good evening, greetings and welcome. And of course, Jack Stables.
Hello.
Guest of honour tonight, you are, Jack. Unfortunately, Danny Sonner, for whatever reason, couldn't or didn't make it. So we're going to scratch him from the list, ladies and gentlemen. First person to ever be scratched from the list. Danny Sonner. Well done, you. Well done. Yeah, but like losing, you know, and having 3 scored against you again, and I don't know. What is it? Do you reckon, Paul?
Just think on the day, Nick, Millwall were better than what we were. They took their chances. You know, we only took one. I think the defence is crying out for George Friend to come back. To be honest,
Absolutely.
We missed him.
Do we know how far he is off? Do we know?
He was on the bench on Saturday, didn't he?
Bench Saturday.
Oh, right, okay. Well, listen, I'm really sorry, guys. I have had like just a manic weekend, so it's been really difficult. However, the money has been counted, and somebody is very, very close. And if you want to go, I'm going to shut the doors at exactly 8:45. And the last 15 minutes, right at 8:45. If you haven't had a go, have a look on the Talk page. It's had hundreds of reactions. Mm-hmm. I got an old ancient fire extinguisher. All my change goes in it every single night of the week, me and Sharon. And then usually on the 1st of December, we count it. We actually counted it a week early this year because of work commitments and one thing and another. And obviously commitments for yesterday. It being Sharon's lad's birthday, who was killed out in Afghanistan. And so it's been a bit of a harsh weekend and one thing and another. But the money was poured on the table, the photographs on the Tilton Talk page. Have a look, have a guess. You are not allowed to go 1 penny over. And we had somebody, I think, a year ago, Chris went 6 pence over.
Yeah, 6 pence.
Something like 6 pence over. And no, you ain't having nothing. I think we did give him a beanie out, didn't we, or something like that. What have we got currently, Chris, as a prize now?
We've got absolutely loads of stuff. We got
loads of stuff.
So we got shirts. We got hats. We got badges. We got mugs.
All I can say, Chris, is somebody is incredibly close, and I can't believe that somebody is incredibly close. And I promise you, hand on my heart, there's only 2 people that currently know how much money was in that old fire extinguisher. But it's there. The pictures on the Tilton Talk page. Come have a guess. A bit of fun, ladies and gentlemen. I like fun.
Fun. Sorry, just before, can I also say, can you please share the stream as well this week? We've got a nice prize for our picked sharer of the week. So just get sharing the stream. It's ever so easy. So
of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Christmas. Oh, it's also those wanting to see the intro that missed it. I'll play it at the end of the show as well. So there we go.
We'll have to have a listen, Chris, because whilst I'm on just my phone and I haven't got like another device with me, I can't hear it. So I promise you, the second the show's over, I'll go back and have a look at that. At the start.
Sorry, Nick. Do we know if Gary Gardner's back on Saturday? Is he?
I don't, mate. Paul, I've been so busy this last week or two, mate.
He's done 2, I think.
Done 2.
Coventry and Millwall he's missed, hasn't he?
He got sent off.
Alan, question for Alan. Are you retired?
Me retired?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Oh, you got more time on your hands than I have, then, mate. You do the research.
On what?
Yeah, must catch his blog that's every
Did he
week
not? He
as well.
missed,
It's brilliant.
Mark, he missed Blackpool as well, didn't he? He missed Blackpool
Yes.
as well.
Yeah,
So
Blackpool.
so he could be back Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a 4-game ban or a 3-game ban? Does
I thought
anyone
it-
know?
I thought-
But yes, so it's 4 for because he's sent off twice, isn't he? So he's
Yes.
they'll come back together. The two two suspended players. They'll come back on the same day.
Okay. So that's not Saturday though, is it? Unfortunately,
No, it's
I
not
think
Saturday
It
now.
won't be Cardiff,
It'll
no.
it'll be the one after that, won't it?
But can I take you back to 1976, 77? Play a game from that era today, and there'll be 22 red cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Go back. Go back.
Oh, right, got to say a massive congratulations to England's ladies football team. 20-0. I was watching it in the vaults last week. 20-0. Like, it was like incredible. I mean, if you'd have had a tenner on that, I wonder what the bet, the odds would have been at, Boyle Sports. Principal sponsors.
Phenomenal, yeah.
But Nick, what
20-0.
was
You've got to really, really proper take. I know. Like the opposition obviously weren't that good. I mean, it was like chalk and cheese, wasn't it? But to
It's a
score
pointless
20
game.
goals in a game,
Pointless
incredible.
game.
And that young lady, that when that ball was kicked in her face and she went down like a ton of bricks, and you know what she did? She got straight back up.
Mm-hmm.
No rolling around for 40 yards. No, oh, referee, it hurts me. She got straight back up. Men, learn a lesson from that young girl.
Yeah, true. Sorry, can I just quickly?
Game.
Yeah, can I also say that we've got the draw tonight as well for the
England shirt, yeah.
England shirt, and Craig Courtney will be joining us later.
That's good. That's good.
You can still get tickets
Courtney's
by
now a
that.
fixer now. Now Craig Courtney is just. I never stutter unless Craig Courtney, Mr. Fixer, has just secured. You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm going to tell you, Alberto Tarantini to come on the show.
Except it's not.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I bet he hasn't got the air nowadays.
No.
Anyway, Jack.
He won't come on. He still owes his rights to Solihull, doesn't he?
So, Jack, you got a season ticket?
Not this season. I'll get to that a bit later. But I'm looking to try and get one with me and the kids, all of us together.
Right.
'Cause they're quite young.
How many children?
Got two. I've got a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old.
5 and 6. They're not too young, mate. They're not too
Exactly.
young.
You don't look
That
old
is the
enough.
age. That is the age. You, as a dad, have got to take them down the blues. I promise you, the earlier, the better. Because my son could sit and keep right up to the end of the road before he could say, Mom.
So when was your first game, Jack?
So, do you want to give some clues as to what? Yeah, it was.
No, hang on. Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Jack. But before the show, we thought it was Millwall away.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, imagine. No, so I was 4 years old.
Brilliant.
It was 1994.
Okay.
It was New Year's Eve. So I think 94 Christmas. Yeah. So
Blackpool 7-1.
7-1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you Savannah. Because I hate you. I absolutely hate you. How the hell do you know stuff like that? Oh,
Do you know what?
mate, I applaud your memory for really. Oh, dear me.
My expectations of being a Blues fan, the bar was sat right up here from day one, and it's been disappointing. No, it hasn't really been disappointing ever since. But it was an interesting day because I was 4 years old. Every time Blues scored, I'd be petrified because I was so little. I was in the Tilton end, and we scored 7, didn't we? So
It was traumatic.
it was very traumatic. But that was my first game, and I've been kind of hooked ever since. So I first took my lad. It was Cardiff at home last 2020. Remember 1-1 draw when that was his first game, and then we went into lockdown, didn't we? And that's why I'm kind of telling myself I want to get him back into it.
Yeah.
He loved it. He absolutely loved it.
Yeah. And since from 1994 to now, then who would you say has been your favourite manager and favourite player?
Oh, so favourite. So we sat in the cop, so down that left-hand side, it's got to be Stanley. To be honest, he was just immense.
He's my favourite ever player as well, Jack. Yeah.
Manager-wise, do you know what? You have to come back to me on that. I mean, God, I couldn't. Yeah, I'll have to come back to me on the manager, but Stan has a really stand out for me.
Us older guys, Jack, would go probably for Jim Smith. Would you agree, Chris?
Yeah, I think the Bald Eagle.
You know, Jim Smith, and we've always been Birmingham City, though, haven't we? We've always been, you know, not quite up there. Yeah, you know what? We've had some good times, and we've had some bad times. And we will.
I think that's part and parcel. Part and parcel of supporting Blues.
Do you know what? Though? That's what I love about being a Blues fan. Like, you know, it'd be boring if we won every game, wouldn't it? If you go into a cup game expecting to win, you never know. Like, we could play top of the league. We could play top of the league and smash them. We could get bottom of the league and get thrashed. It's just part of being a Blues fan, isn't it?
Well, listen, you know what? Here's two examples for you. 2011, Arsenal in the Carling Cup.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then, for those that remember, Kidderminster Harriers in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
You know,
or Altrincham, Nick.
Altrincham. You know what? I nearly.
Worst.
Which one?
Altrincham.
Yeah, it was a horrible game.
When was that one?
Excuse me.
85.
It was Roland Saunders' last game.
Yeah, on a Tuesday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
was only like 8 or 9 then, but yeah, I remember listening on the radio, and just even as a little kid, I was just the next day at school, all the Villa, the Albion fans were laughing at me. And
did you have a beard then?
No. My girlfriend did.
I don't think that's why they were laughing at you, Mark. I don't think that's why they were laughing at you.
I'm willing to bet that was the only time Robert Hopkins put one past David Seaman in his whole career.
Really?
Yeah, own goal, Hopkins.
Yeah.
I'll ask this to everyone. What's your favourite goal at St Andrews, and what's your best Blues moment in your life so far? Jack, do you want to start?
Yeah, so best goal at St Andrews, I think it's got to be Craig Gardner in the semi-final against West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
It was just electric, wasn't it, when that went in, when he went on his little run?
It meant so much.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I'm going with that one myself.
Yeah, okay, Nick.
Yeah, because
best
I can't
Blues
remember goals very much. So,
yeah. Best Blues moment, Jack. If you could go back and relive one moment,
I think it would be Norwich going into the Prem for the first time in our history.
Yeah,
you know, I was 12 years old. It was, couldn't beat that for me.
Yeah,
did you have a beard then?
I didn't have a beard, no.
For me, I think not only my first ever game where I was with my dad, but look, and I love that moments, the Norwich moment and the Carling Cup moment. But John Gale's overhead kick at Wembley in the 91 Leyland Cup final was it's just something that just spills out of me. It's why I'm a Birmingham fan.
Yeah, it was an amazing goal. Really good goal.
Have you not seen it, Jack? Jack, you're a lot younger than I am, mate. Have you seen that goal?
I have seen that goal. My parents had the highlights video, and we used to watch it quite a lot when I was little.
Yeah,
good.
I don't know if it's one of my favourites. Sorry, I was going to say I don't know if it's one of my favourite. You know, I just remember that feeling when Andrew Johnson scored against Ipswich in the semi, because you knew it sealed it. You knew we were going to Cardiff.
Yeah.
So
that's when he ripped his shirt off, wasn't it? When he ripped his shirt off,
That's it.
And I thought that was a golden goal. I was still celebrating the win, like about 4 minutes afterwards. And then they kicked off again. I'm thinking, she's coming on here. What's going on?
I think for me, a special day for me when our first Premier League win at St Andrews when we beat Leeds.
Yes, the Leeds one, yeah.
That was a great, and I flew straight off to Ibiza after that as well. And there was
we played like Brazil that day, didn't we? Paul?
We did.
With two great goals. Obviously, Dev with the one off the edge of the penalty box,
and
Damien Johnson, and I flew out to Ibiza with the lads that very night after that game. And there was like a load of Leeds fans. When I got there was a load of Leeds fans around the pool, and I'd still got my Blues top on from being at the game, and they all charged me in the ball with my.
I bet you stank. I bet you absolutely stank by the time you got there.
I did, yeah, I did.
Good man.
That Ipswich goal was I never tired of watching that.
No.
I wait for him to kick it down the pitch, and it just bobbles over his foot. Thank you very much.
Another amazing moment for me, Alan, was when the two teams came out when we played Liverpool and we drowned it out. You Will Never Walk Alone. We drowned it out.
That was a great moment.
I remember that.
It was a fantastic moment.
But I'm with Jack though. Darren Carter's penalty for me. If I could go back and relive one moment, Martin's was obviously very special against Arsenal. But for me, you know, just having to knock on the door so many times in the playoffs to try and get out the league to get in the Premier, to know that we'd finally done it, it was just unbelievable. When it was,
absolutely.
It's real.
Also, another one that I can remember, and I don't remember much, Notts County when we beat them to stay up, and all of a sudden there were 30,000 people on the pitch.
And on the roof.
What a celebration that was. That was just unreal.
Yeah, they were on the old tin roof,
I got a box
weren't
of
they?
England Glory matches, right? Okay, and I chucked all my matches on the pitch, and then dug up a tiny bit of turf, and I had it in my pocket for about 2.5 years. Mad.
Mark, what's your best goal you've seen at St Andrews and best Blues?
Best goal at St Andrews. God, I'm just trying to think the last time we scored.
Was that your best one then?
No, it's just such a hard question.
Yeah.
I did like the going on, but also I thought Lee Bowyer finishing that semi-final was fantastic as well.
Yeah,
he was back in the game.
You know, one that sticks in my mind, John Sorrell against Ipswich when Donaldson added it on to him. That was on my birthday as well. That was, so that's why it's so special to me. That was one of the best goals, one of the best technical goals I've ever seen at Andrews.
One of the best solo ones, Paul, was Seb Larson against Sheffield Wednesday.
What a day that was.
Yeah.
Another moment, not a goal, but another moment was the final whistle against West Ham in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Oh man, that noise was just like I've got so many goosebumps. It's untrue. Look at that.
Yeah.
Right. And then I was looking, and even the main stand was stood up singing "Que Sera, Sera," we're going to Wembley, and the city is yours. The city is yours. Yeah. And then I can just imagine the faces, the glum faces on all their supporters over the road, and then. Obviously, they knew we'd got Arsenal, right? Okay. Oh, we're going to get 6-0, aren't we? Yeah, they're all going to laugh. But no. I tell you what, no. Prosperity, no.
And I can't.
I think. Sorry, Mark.
Sorry, Paul. I was going to say one of the most unique ones has got to be the Enkerman.
A few people said that.
Jason Hughes is saying that Enkerman own goal, best ever at St Andrews.
Yeah, it's just
I was at work on Saturday morning. Chap come in, right? Cut long story short, I said, "What are you doing for the rest of the weekend?" He says, "Oh, I'm going to Birmingham tomorrow." So this was Saturday, right? I'm going to Birmingham tomorrow. I said, "Oh, what part?" He goes, "Aston." And I said, I said two kind of words clubbed together, which I can't repeat on the show. And he was one of their supporters. And you know,
I'm going to go old school here. Best goal. Fancy's 35-yard free.
35-yarder. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Alan, I'm so with you on that one, mate. I was, beautiful.
Everybody, what on earth is he doing? You know, he stood over the ball and he's going, well, what's he going to do? And he just ran up and smashed it. And John Burridge was in goal for Blackpool. He never saw it. He just whistled it in the net. And unbelievable.
Isn't he one of the oldest players to play in the Premier League, John Burridge?
John Burridge, yeah. I'm sure he was, Paul.
He was like 40 or something when he was still playing, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, having said that, Paul, right, when I said I'm sure he was, it's only because you said it that I said I'm sure I was.
I am asking. I'm not telling. I don't know.
Oh,
mind you, Paul, I think Peter Shilton must have run him close.
Yeah.
I met Peter Shilton. I met Peter Shilton in Derby, right? We were at a Derby County function. My mate over the road, massive Derby fans. They used to sponsor Derby County. Yeah. Invited me over to Derby. I shook hands with Peter Shilton, and if they weren't shovels, I don't know what I've ever seen. I've never seen a pair of hands so big in all my life. They were like this. They were massive. It was like trying to get two hands in his one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I watched us play Belgium with him again in the World Cup a few years back in the game. You know, the game that didn't really matter because we'd already both qualified.
Oh, yeah.
we wanted to lose to finish second to get the easier route to the final, if you remember. And it was like a work event. And that impressionist, Darren, what's his name? Is it Darren Farley? Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Jack Darren Farley. Is that right? The guy.
Darren Farley. Yeah.
Yeah, he was there as well, and he was doing. Yeah,
Never heard of him.
Yeah. So
I met Ray Clements once. He's a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when Benito Chuko scored the last game of the season at Blues? We drew Burnley.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he was just to the back of the main stand. I just had a chat with him 5 minutes.
Oh right. Well, that was on my dad's 60th birthday. That was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. He led the teams out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we won 1-0, Mark. I don't think we drew.
Chuko scored. Yeah, we won 1-0.
Yeah. And Alan,
right, guys, I've got a couple here. One is this is from Dom Kavanagh. He says Trevor Francis versus QPR in '77.
Yeah.
And Cameron Jerome's wonder goal at Anfield.
Oh
yes, forgot about that one. And Craig Courtney's just said Larson's goal against Sheffield Wednesday is my goal. And moment, Chris Woods in Bruges.
Oh yeah, Seb Larson at Tottenham as well. Seb Larson's at Tottenham was a worldie.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Game,
what a strike that was.
Top corner. Yeah,
brilliant goal.
Yeah. We've still got to say though that Enkelman's goal was a worldie. It was a worldie, without a doubt.
And anyone remember Tommy Mooney's against Norwich at home?
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy Mooney, he was a tank.
Yeah.
He was a tank, Tommy Mooney, wasn't he?
I was right behind that. in the cup, and it was what a strike that was. Great goal.
And Devs against Wolves, 2001.
Yeah. His best goal was at QPR when he chested it and volleyed it, wasn't it? I think.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah,
that was a brilliant goal.
I don't remember this one. Damari Gray's curler against Leicester pre-season. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, I won't.
No.
Talking of Paul Devlin, actually, just want to wish him 80 tonight doing the CEO sleep out at St Andrews.
Oh yeah.
And good luck to everyone else.
Well done, guys.
Yeah,
Well done.
Yeah.
Make sure you wrap up.
Yeah, it's
My
going to
sister
get cold.
Pat's doing one soon as well. Well, she's coming up to see me actually on the 18th of December, ladies and gentlemen. Because,
I'm doing one now.
Harold!
It's freezing.
Harold!
Oh yes.
My sister's doing one, and she's on the 18th of December, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having a little party up here, of course, which all Birmingham City fans are invited to, and I'm having a hog roast because it's my birthday soon.
Hog roast.
Yeah. You can
what's
book hotels. You can stay at my house. It's an after party here.
After party.
Excuse me laughing, Nick, but I just had this vision of there being a lockdown the week before.
Alan.
That'll happen, yeah.
Alan, right now.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that disrespectfully. But
No, I know you don't, mate. I know you don't. You know what? I'm going to have to mention that I was born on Christmas Day, right? Being born on Christmas Day means, because I grew up in the 60s, you never had a party. Never, ever had a party.
Yeah.
You had to stay in, right? And if you went to your auntie's or your uncle's house, you had to sit down and be quiet, right? You speak when you're spoken to and all that, right? Rules were different then.
Been there.
You'll know it, Alan. I mean, you instigated it. But then all through my DJing years, of course I did everybody else's parties, so I've never had one of those. So I'm having a little bit of a blast this year, ladies and gents. And I said to the other night, did you see that photograph I put on Facebook the other night?
Oh, when she's soaking wet.
Yeah, you evil git. Evil git.
Oh, Chris,
What happened
evil
then?
git, yeah, you put a laughing emoji on it.
I know, yeah. It was funny.
Nick, I'm sure you've thought of this, Nick, right? But I've
Yeah.
got a friend when I was younger, and someone I used to know young. I haven't seen him for ages now, but his birthday was on Christmas Day, and he used to have a party on about the 28th of December, and he called it his birthmas party. Called it his birthmas party.
Right,
That's
okay.
a good idea.
I might have another one in the summer, to be honest with you. And Chris Browne can get his barbecue out, all over to Chris's.
But if you do that,
I really hope your party goes and is a great success. I really do, and I just hope that it isn't cancelled.
Okay, Alan, there's 4 things, right, that really, really hurt when you're born on Christmas Day. If there's anybody out there, listen, they will actually know this, right? Number 1, you open your card, it says Happy Christmas and Birthday. You can't give me 2 cards. You can't give me 2 cards.
Cheap.
No. Number 2. Happy Christmas and Birthday. I'll buy you something else in 365 days again.
One present.
Number 3. These are the 2. As a child, these are the 2 that proper got you, right? I've written your name on the Christmas cake and put some candles on it.
Oh,
yeah.
2 for 1.
You've got to see. You've got to think about this, right? And then the last one, right? And Sharon did this to me 3 years ago. I ran out of birthday paper, so I've wrapped your birthday presents in Christmas paper.
Yeah.
Look back on my Facebook. The following year, I wrapped every one of her presents in birthday paper. Every single one.
That could be a thing, though, couldn't it? Happy Birthmas instead of like Happy Christmas and Happy Birthday. Just put the 2 together.
Yeah.
Just going back to that, Alan, it doesn't really matter because he won't remember a thing anyway.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
He
Alan,
won't
best
remember
moment,
anything.
best blues moment, in your lifetime so far.
Can you
Go back and relive one
it's
moment.
probably, knowing Alan, right, it's probably having a hot cup of Bovril out of that guy that used to walk around with this white cloak on and that.
I remember that.
I
remember that.
The Ipswich goal was great because it was at last we've had a stroke of good fortune. All the crap that we've put up with for all these years all got paid off in that one moment. But I think I have to say that that stunned silence as that ball dropped at in the final, and you're thinking, what's happening here? He's got an open goal, and then he smacks it in the net, and you're waiting for some. Why is there no whistle? Why, and it all that happened. That went through my mind in a nanosecond, and then it's a goal. It's a goal, unbelievable. Yes, Darren Carter's penalty was great, but you're sort of standing there. You're thinking, please score. This was completely different. It was just out of context. Big shock. What's happened? Wonderful.
It was like time stood still just before
Absolutely.
that. It was like we're all waiting for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the Darren Carter moment for me was like, what are you doing, letting a child take a penalty?
First reaction.
He's a kid. What are
He's
you
17.
doing?
What are they doing to him?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate. If it had missed, the pressure that would have been on that young man would have been horrible. It would have been immense.
Yeah.
The fact that he scored it, you know what? That will never be taken away from him. Not ever.
Well, to be honest, Nick, we'd been through it with AJ the year before, haven't we? At the Worthington Cup. We thought, I know, we go another teenager.
But we were robbed there. That was just theft.
Yeah, it was.
David Ellery, I hate you.
Yeah.
Theft.
I don't know. The linesman.
The highest order.
The linesman should have picked it up as well if David Ellery didn't see it. How did the linesman?
I know.
Have had a body in his way or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
But don't forget, David Ellery gave us the Enkelman goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what? If Enkelman had gone, I didn't touch it, I don't think that would ever have stood as a goal.
Probably not. No.
He did. I think he did. He was. Mind you, he didn't do a lot. Did he? It was everybody else.
He was.
Yeah.
He looked so guilty. There was.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, Alan, right after the show. I'm going to have a joyous moment.
Just asked you to pick your strongest 11, haven't we, from 1994 up to now? I don't know if you've had time to even think about it. But
interesting.
Any idea? Let's start with the goalkeeper, if you can. If you thought about who your favourite goalie is in that time.
So we've always been blessed with good goalies, haven't we? Like since I followed the Blues. I've got to give it to Foster though. But again, take it back to the cup final. He was like a cat, wasn't he? He just saved everything that went at him. So I think Fozzie's got to be my goalie. I've had to think about the defence as well, and I might have got two or three in the same position. So Martin Granger for me at left back. King Kenny Cunningham, Matty Upson, and Roger Johnson is my.
You would have put Steve Bruce in there.
Before my time, Nick. Before my time.
Stephen Carr, right back now.
To be fair, that's a good shout as well, Carr. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. Between him and Roger Johnson.
Cunningham, Johnson, and Upson. Who would be? Is that like a back three?
Oh, with Granger as well.
So who'd be right back then? Cunningham.
Johnson. Yeah. Oh, Johnson. Yeah, Johnson. But yeah, I think Carr's a fair shout. To be fair, Paul, on that. My four in midfield. So Stanley, obviously. Yeah. For me, Robbie Savage, Barry Ferguson, and Jermaine Pennant.
Right,
sort of four in the middle.
That's like a military battalion in itself, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. And then up front, it's got to be Christoph and Forsell for me, if I'm being honest.
You're not far off mine there, mate. You're pretty much the same as mine. I'd just have Seb Larson on the right instead of Pennant, and apart from that, it's the same team as mine.
Yeah. So we've had some good players, haven't we? Have some really good players down the Blues.
And we've got rid of them.
Who would you manage?
Like you said, though, Sam, we have been so blessed with goalkeepers over the years.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a season or a period where we've had a really naff goalkeeper.
No. I mean, even though we got a lot of stick, but I thought Lee Camp did all right for us.
Lee Camp in the middle of a goal. Lee Camp.
That was great.
And that cardboard cutout in the main stand of it. Brilliant.
Unfortunately, me and Alan remember Gary Sprague.
Yeah, I remember that goal. One thing I do remember about Gary Sprague, it was at St Andrews in the Cop, and the ball came, well, not trickling, but like travelling towards him, and it just went literally underneath his chest, and Gary Sprague.
Gary Sprague, shame.
Perhaps, you know what, perhaps where we have been blessed with goalkeepers, you can't be blessed all the time, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I tell you my moment before we move on?
Go on, Chris. I forgot about you.
Well, I've got a moment. Something that sticks in my mind for a long time is when we won the Leyland Duff, right? It was the town hall afterwards. I'm walking up to the town hall.
Unreal.
Even now, goosebumps. You know, I've never seen that in my lifetime.
Yeah,
I probably never will again.
And
that was incredible.
Why they didn't do it for the Carling Cup and for the Premier League? You know what? If it had been them up the road, they'd have done it.
That was incredible. That was.
That was a great moment. When that bus came around that corner, I was literally probably in the middle of the whole square. The moment that bus came, and we're talking of, wow, crying out loud, we're talking of a little team who were getting 6,000 a week, and you know there were 30,000 people turn up in that square. Where were you every week? Think about that.
I remember I was what was I then? I was 12 then. I remember going with my uncle and my dad, and we got all the way there, and my uncle drove, and I just remember there was a couple of Tranmere fans who said like to each other, "Are you sure we're playing today?" You know, it was just Blues everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just like a sea of blue, wasn't it? Everywhere.
There's no Tranmere, you couldn't see any Tranmere anywhere.
No, they were in white, weren't they? White kit, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just remember being in the Blues end and looking up because I was behind the goal with my dad when Gale scored. And looking over at the Tranmere end, it was just empty apart from that little pocket at the top.
Yeah.
It was just it was weird, but
after that goal, that keep right on was just so special, so special, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know I've probably said this a long time ago, but I've said it before. I know that I have. We turned up in the car, and there was a picnic in the boot, and one thing or another. Everybody was eating. I can't eat. I'm too nervous. I can't eat. I'm too nervous. I can't eat. I'm too nervous. Gets back to the car. We just lifted the first trophy I'd ever seen in my lifetime. I says, "Rub them sandwiches out." We've had them all.
all the awful goalies are coming out now. Andy Gosney.
Oh, not Gosney.
Yes.
Richard Kingston.
Oh, hang on. They're probably very nice men. But
yes, personality-wise, it's just goalkeeping-wise.
But apart from them, What have the Romans done for us?
I was going to say, we've only had a handful of bad goals.
Joe
in my time.
Foster, Benno, the Latchfords, like going back.
Mike Taylor. Yeah, Mike
Taylor. Oh,
Seaman.
man.
Didn't Seaman start at Blues at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he started his career.
Yeah, Joe Hart, yeah.
Joe Hart.
Yeah,
Even in more recent years, I used to rate Darren Randolph, and I like Tommy Cush as well. Thomas Cush was good for us.
Well, you know what, Paul? You saying that, we've never sort of found out the truth about what happened with him.
No, he's just disappeared, didn't he?
Colin Doyle, he was another one. Colin
Doyle was here for getting on for 15 years, wasn't he? And
50 years, I think it was, Paul.
He was back up a lot of the time, but when he had that great little purple patch in the Championship, I remember, where he saved the penalty at Wolves. And
sorry, I've got it. Jeff Horsfield.
Oh yeah,
what
a goalkeeper!
Clean sheet.
I saw Colin Doyle play centre forward for us against Shamrock Rovers.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
In Ireland. Yeah. Pre-season. Yeah.
I left home. For that match at 10-5. Got the 6 o'clock plane to Dublin. walked into the ground at 7:45. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. I had a friend of mine who went. He's an Albion fan who he left work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He went to Valencia to see the Albion and was back in his seat the next morning at work.
Wow.
And I always wanted to equal that. And I did.
Brilliant. Mind you, change the subject slightly. Have you noticed the last couple of years? I always like it when we're losing a game, when we shove a goalie up for a corner. We never seem to do that, do we?
No.
I don't know why we don't do that.
No.
Maybe because we probably get love from the halfway line. No.
Yeah. You've got to have a pretty fit
we do have a lot of luck. Most of it's bad, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mind you, going back to a look, would anyone fancy a cup run this year? Did we capable?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't fancy a cup run. You know what? Listen. I'm 60 on Christmas Day. I've never mentioned it before, but to see Birmingham City actually lift the FA Cup, would be. I could die straight after that. Wouldn't have a problem with it. Right, straight after. No bother. That would be life complete.
Yeah. Did anyone see Ben Foster on his podcast talking about us and his moment winning the cup? And he just said we're definitely. Yeah, do you see that?
He's got excellent. Yeah, I watch it quite regularly. Yeah, very good.
What he was saying about the club was fabulous, wasn't it? You know, and he's right.
So we had Ben Foster on.
We haven't. No.
Mr. Fixer, Ben Foster, please. Ben Foster.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Work on Ben Foster. Thank you. That would be brilliant.
We could go on his podcast.
Yeah.
You can invite us all on.
I'll tell you what. Okay, let's do it. Let's double up. We'll go on his. He'll come on ours.
Yeah.
But no, we're a sleeping giant, which we are, and if we get into the right hands, ownership-wise, then one day, we could. I think I'm 43 in January next month, and I think I've probably seen it as good as it's ever going to be. In that time in the early 2000s, and
I think you've seen the glory days. I think you've, Paul. To be honest, you have. Yeah.
But I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong.
But I think you've seen them in Europe and
seen them in Europe,
cup runs,
League Cup,
League Cup, yeah. So
sorry, Paul. Saying what Nick said, I'd love to go to an FA Cup final.
You know what?
It's got to be the dream, hasn't
it? Right. And only Chris and Alan will know this. All right, the FA Cup when we were kids, and I know I've spoken about this before, was a magical event. No matter who was in it. When you were kids at school, you picked one team, and that was the team that you wanted to win. And the FA Cup went on for a week before they would show the towns decorated, this, that, and the other. And then we had the old guy with his white coat on the scaffold in the middle, winding the crowd up before the games. Not winding up in a nasty way, like they can sing louder than you. And it was just an event. It was an event. And 3 o'clock, not 5. Premier League, not 5, EFL, not 5, the Football League, not 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock on that Saturday afternoon in May. Nobody was not glued to that TV set for that event. It was incredible. However, when Ipswich were on it a long time ago, and they were trying to sing Keep Right On to the End of the Road, that didn't work, did it, lads?
I tell you what, I've seen too many losing semi-finals. I don't want to see another one.
No.
Yeah.
The bad thing about that now as well is that'd be at Wembley, wouldn't it? If it was a FA Cup, which
Same as at Wembley, yeah.
Well, it would be slightly better, being done at Villa Park and Main Road and
Sheffield.
I just don't think the semi-final should be at Wembley.
No.
I don't really.
I could not agree with you more. There is nothing worse in football than having a semi-final held at the National Stadium, which should be the hallowed ground for those two teams that get there, irrespective of who they are.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's not a case of just getting people in. We get more people in if we have Wembley. You could have one at Cardiff and one at Old Trafford, right? And you've got nearly as many as there'll be in the final anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Very true, yeah.
Either that or Accrington Stanley.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever been there?
No, I'd love to go.
No, never.
I think Pete Taylor's hit the nail on the head here. Realistically, we don't have the squad to go on a cup run and not struggle in the league, which is pretty bang on, isn't it? Really.
No, I get that, Pete. I do get that, but the romance of going on that cup run is second to none. It's second to none. Look, I know you younger guys won't remember Alan, Chris, me, Fulham. The romance in that, man. Oh, my God. And we were just inches away from that final, weren't we?
Yeah, we literally were.
Even in my time, Liverpool in '95, them two games against them were unbelievable. And Leeds was the League Cup when it. Sorry, was Leeds the League Cup? Was it when we got to the semi-final?
Yeah, League Coca-Cola, League Cup.
Coca-Cola, yeah.
FA Cup. So 04, wasn't it? We lost to Sunderland in the. Was it the quarter-final? We lost to Sunderland.
Yes, we would have had it. It would have opened up, I think, if we'd have beat Sunderland.
Yeah.
Another defining moment in my life at Blues. Right, I'm sorry, I'm going back sort of 10, 15 minutes. Benno's penalty save against Alan Shearer. The only person to save a penalty against Alan Shearer was Ian Bennett. Well done, Ian Bennett. Benno!
We're the only Premier League side he's never scored against.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Really?
There's loads of stats coming out tonight. And
It's incredible.
I'll never remember any of this in the morning.
No, I know you won't.
Yeah. So Jack, what's been your best away day since 1994? Would you say? No. Obviously not Millwall.
No, obviously not Millwall. Let's not talk about Millwall. God, best away day. Jeez. I'm going to have to come back on that. I just saw someone on the chat talk about Andy Marriott, and I remember being at White Hart Lane when Robbo was sat behind him. Just couldn't make it up, could you? I'll come back to you on that, Paul. I'll just have
no bother.
Okay, what do people think of this statement from Adam? Adam BCFC Welsh. He says, if we kept Gold, Brady and Sullivan, we'd be a stable Premier team like a West Ham.
I totally agree.
But fans wanted them out.
Totally agree. And unfortunately, on that fateful day, our own supporters destroyed part of their football club.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, let's not forget we've won the League Cup and finished 9th in the Prem since they've left as well. But it was just all after that. It was that relegation that killed us, wasn't it, that same season? But, in hindsight, it's all in hindsight, isn't it? If we'd have known then what we know now, that's just not the way life goes, is it, unfortunately?
No, it isn't.
No, you're dead right, Paul. Bang on. 100% agree with that, right? And you know what? They could have stayed with us and we could have got relegated twice.
Well, we did get relegated.
No, I meant...
But we did with them here, didn't we? We got relegated anyway.
I've just thought of the away day, actually. It's a FA Cup game. Was it 5-1 against Newcastle? Because I went to that game.
Oh, yeah,
2007, was it?
Yeah.
I just remember we absolutely battered them. And I just, out of nowhere...
Yeah,
and match of the day as well.
Was it
my favourite away game must be against Stoke when we beat them 7-0.
7-0.
Oh man! Oh, the fun I had up there.
Welcome, Mr. Craig Courtney.
Evening all.
Hello, Craig.
I should have had the applause ready, shouldn't I? Just wasn't quick enough.
He's only got to got Alberto Tarantini. He's only got to got Alberto Tarantini.
It's not Alberto Tarantini.
You got one of Ricky Otto's plants behind you there, Craig.
Yeah, it's
Look at it!
growing nicely. Look, I've borrowed it.
God, it looks like it as well.
How you doing, Craig? Nice to see you again, mate.
I'm all right, matey. I'm all right.
Top man.
Good
Top
stuff.
Yeah, we'll announce at
Okay,
the end who's coming. By the way, we'll keep people in suspense until then.
It's Alberto.
Okay.
I know it is. Yes.
It's
I
not.
don't
It
suppose
looks.
you can speak a word of English, huh?
Hello, everybody, peeps.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about 19 minutes away from shutting off the pile of money on the table, which we do every year. An amazing response. Brilliant. There's hundreds and hundreds of people having a guess just to try and win a beanie out or something.
And a badge.
It's part of my Christmas, ladies and gents. It's part of my festive season, and it's brilliant that so many people have joined in, but somebody is incredibly close. Somebody is incredibly close. I may not be able to announce that before the show ends because Sharon was looking at all the things and she's at work tonight. So I may take another 20 minutes, half an hour. Okay, but that person that's incredibly close, I can't see being beaten, I'll be honest with you.
They've started having to go as well.
Come on, guys. England. Craig, down to you.
Yeah, you've still got, should we say, fair to say, 15 minutes to purchase any tickets. All you've got to do is message me or email me, craig.courtney@tiltontalk.com, and I'll add you to the list. But we've had a really good response. And once this is drawn, I'll also announce something that we're going to do a little bit different.
Whoa.
Go on. And we'll do something a little bit different afterwards, which will help to support vulnerable children. And I'll come on to that after we've done the England draw.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
What a man. Craig Courtney, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know what, Craig? You're ace. You're brilliant. You work so hard behind the scenes for us, and we genuinely thank you for all you do, mate.
Nick, steady on.
Recording all this, Nick, and tell my missus afterwards.
Nick, you'll want to rise.
She'd obviously understand though, Craig, because your chat up lines work with her as well. So,
do you know, Paul? The daft thing is, the first ever date was down at St Andrews watching Ian Bennett save that penalty, mate. So
Hey! What a man!
Yeah.
What a man! You've gone right up in my estimation, I promise you. You're now the King of England. King of England.
is anyone going to Martin Granger, Mark Ward, and Liam Dash? Isn't it on the 17th?
That'll be a good one, money. That will be a good one.
It's a good night, and they've updated this evening. Actually, it's an opportunity for me to shout it out. But they always do a charity drive on the night as well, where they've normally got some really good signed memorabilia. But all money raised on the night will actually go now towards Arthur's funeral.
That's fantastic.
So Paul's announced that this evening. So yeah, encourage anybody. If you fancy it, it's £25 a ticket to meet and greet with all three of them as well. And I think there'll be some fantastic stories. I mean, we've heard
what day
is
that, Craig?
It's Friday, the 17th of December.
And
it's at the Midway Sports and Social.
That's where the Barry Fry was it a couple of weeks
indeed.
ago, wasn't it? Right, okay. Friday. Oh, no.
You're washing your hair.
I can't go. No, it's...
I've got that right, haven't I, Craig? I've got that right, haven't I? Ward, Granger and Dash.
Ward, Granger and Dash, yeah. So if you think... We've had all three, and now we're going to hear their stories up front and in person. Tom's comparing it as well, so I think there'll be some great stories coming out that night.
It's Sharon's, unfortunately. You know, young Courtney that came in with and swore allegiance to the Blues a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's her 18th birthday on that night, and
is it? Bloody hell!
I'm not going to it. I'm going to the Blues.
Don't blame you. You've got to get your priorities right.
Unfortunately, gentlemen and ladies, I won't be able to be there. That's one I really wanted to go to as well.
All right, Craig. There's a vigil on next Wednesday. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yes. So on the 15th, Auntie Linda has done a fantastic job of rallying people towards this. But on Wednesday the 15th at 6:06 is when it will take place. But Linda has spoken to the club, and we've got permission to use the COP car park for a candlelit vigil for
Fantastic.
Arthur, encouraging everybody to come along and support.
Incredible.
Linda's also going to be selling some candles on the night, and money will then go towards a charity, which will obviously be chosen by Linda across that evening. Tom Ross is going to come along and support as well, and will be leading the vigil on the night. And just an opportunity for us to really show our support, and obviously, as well as Saturday, showing the love for Arthur and the horrible things that happened. But let's celebrate his life whilst we can.
Absolutely. I don't know whether you saw the start of the show, did you, Craig?
I did, and it was very, very, very touching. I think it's fantastic, and a lot of comments, I will say, came up on Facebook as that was being shown, saying that they were shedding tears within a couple of minutes. So, Chris, well done on that. It's absolutely.
I'll put that out as a separate file later as well, so people can just they don't have to look at our ugly mugs. They can just have a look at that.
We have got one plea, and that is if we have anybody that joins in the show or knows of anybody that actually, as a jar boy in their spare time, dresses up as superheroes, then we'd love them to get in touch.
Yes,
Nick,
yes.
You don't count.
Nick, you can't put them underpants on again.
Chris Browne.
I don't care if you do turn him inside out.
Chris Browne would do it. It would be Viagra Man.
There you go. What superheroes could we be?
I reckon if I painted my head red, I could be Hellboy.
Hellboy,
Yeah.
If you painted your head blue, you could be the blue nose that used to walk on the pitch.
Paul, I was thinking more of Lex Luthor, mate. You'd make a wicked Lex Luthor.
or if it's detectives, Paul would be Kojak.
Lollipop. Okay, so we've got what's his name in with us tonight? Sam's.
Oh, for God's sake!
Eric, Fred, Jack. Oh, Jack, are you still there, Jack?
I'm still here, boys.
Jack. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into the last half of the show. Has Jack got a doppelganger? Doppelganger for Jack, please. A doppelganger.
There we go. He does look like somebody.
I know.
Looks like Connor Tierney.
He looks like Jack Stables.
He does, yeah.
Connor Tierney, yeah.
He looks remarkably like
a doppelganger for Jack, ladies and gents. Come on, I know you can do this.
Okay, yeah. He does look like somebody. I'm trying to think who it is. Somebody out of a porn film, I think it was. that I haven't watched.
You thought you were
embarrassing, Alan.
50 Shades of Brown.
What's that?
Did you get your favourite manager in the end?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
I want him for your 1 to 11 and your captain and all in your team, please. I think that's.
I did have a favourite manager until he became a Judas, so I'm going to go with probably Houghton. To be honest, I mean, it's either Brucey or Houghton for me.
Yeah, not McLeish.
He was good when he was here, wasn't he? Just when it got a bit sour at the end. I still respect him, but I just think
Cottrell or Franca, no.
There's a shout mark.
Or what about the bloke that took over for a couple of days? What was his name?
Wasn't that Spooner? No, not Spooner.
Redknapp for about 2 games.
What a disaster that was.
Crosby, not Malcolm Crosby.
Cosby, that was it, wasn't it? Was it the Middlesbrough bloke? Yeah.
He presided over the 8-0, didn't he?
8-0, yeah.
Yeah, we're saying Houghton then, Jack. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'm just thinking who would I have back? You know what I mean? If we're going to take any of them back, and yeah, I loved Tilton. He just didn't get the support, did he? In the end, by the side.
No.
What about Trevor? What about Trevor's tenure when he was here, when he was younger?
Again, a lot of my youth was spent watching us try and fail to get out of the league, wasn't it? I mean, we got out eventually, but it was all right. But I don't remember it well enough for me.
No, sure. Making me feel old now, mate.
just realised there's actually a little bit of friend of the show, Andy Walker, in Jack. You know.
I can see that. Yeah. It does look a bit creepy.
I've got him down for a little bit of Robin Williams, Nanu.
No.
Yeah. Can see that. Can
You
see
can
that.
see
Yeah.
it, can you?
Yeah.
Anybody else Chris, on the chat box?
Yeah.
I can't see him.
Some bloke off Curry.
Oh, well, the mechanic bloke.
Albert Tatlock.
No.
No, that's
I don't think he's anymore.
Some bloke off Corrie and watched Corrie for about 30 years.
No, I think Ildrogden was last night when I was there watching it.
You liked her, didn't you, Chris?
I did, yeah.
Oh, yes. Those curlers and that little, you know.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
I stopped watching Coronation Street in the late 60s when it clashed with Star Trek.
That nearly caused a riot, to be honest with you.
Oh,
The streets of London. No, clashing Star Trek and Cottery.
Star Trek and Cottery, yeah.
Yeah, at the same time. You know what? The things we talk about on a Birmingham City Football Club.
Thing is, though, Nick, going back to the 60s on a Monday night, what would you watch?
60s on a Monday.
I'll say on a Monday night, after this now. What would you watch?
What was that? Ask the Family. Do you remember that one, Alan?
That's the Family.
Robin Robinson.
Robinson, yeah.
Well,
they would zoom in.
Two kids the right age. I tried to get on, but couldn't.
They would zoom in on an object. You remember?
Yeah.
Like proper zoom in on it, and you had to guess what that object was. That was my favourite bit of that programme.
Predictions.
Doctor Who and the Daleks.
Predictions.
That was another one.
Sorry,
Z cars. Sorry, I'll finish this, Paul. Z cars.
Yeah. What are you up?
I hated Z cars because I used to have to go to bed straight after 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Off you go, Paul.
Predictions for Saturday, Cardiff at home.
Yeah, I think we're going to struggle.
I think we're going to scrape a 1-0 win.
1-2.
Oh,
1-1.
1-1.
1-0 Blues.
1-0 Blues. Alan?
2-0 Blues.
I'm taking a friend of mine who's a Welshman, and he's never seen Cardiff beat Blues, so I reckon 1-0. Yeah,
1-0 Blues.
I'll go 2-1 Blues.
Hello. Don't forget we meet again next Monday.
I'm going to go for 2-1 Blues.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Friend comes back into the back three, and I mean nothing again. I think Jeremy Beeler's done fantastic at wing back. I really do most of the season, but I think
Paul. Sorry, Paul. Do we know if Sarkic will be back?
Don't know. I don't know, but I don't. I mean, I'm all right with Everidge anyway. To be honest, we've got 2 good goalies, haven't we? To be fair, we're all right there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of I read on various tweets that Blues fans was getting on at Eldridge saying he was rubbish. Well, I saw the highlights, but from what I saw, he was at no fault with any of the goals, and he made 3 blinding saves. He could have got beat 6.
Yeah,
I know. For him. And there was one website that always regurgitates these criticisms. You know, fans say this about their player and all.
Name a shame.
And I thought, well, I was surprised, especially why would Blues fans criticise him after what he's gone through? First game of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, when I saw the highlight, I mean, he wasn't certainly. I mean, I could tell you a few people that were at fault with all the goals, but he certainly wasn't. And he pulled out some great saves.
Well, he'll be up, to be honest, Alan. He'll be up for it against his old club, won't he?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Etheridge, it's good to have you back.
It's great. It was great to see him back. Great to see that he was back in goal again for us. You know, after what he went through, and I just think that's where we're at the minute. The season, you know, and it is progress. Like I keep saying, you know, we're gonna win one, we're gonna lose one. we're going to win a couple, we're going to lose maybe 3 on the trot again, then we might win 3 on the trot again. So it's just going to be a turbulent season this season. But you know, it's a transitional period, and hopefully, as long as we continue to improve every season upon season, then in 2 or 3 years from now, you know, you never know where we're going to be, do you?
And I think we've probably seen goal of the season in a game we lost 3-1 in, because what a goal from Deeney. Both the set up and finish. That was class.
Yeah, it's quality.
And the kid James set it up. I know it was a great flick by Hogan, but it was the lad that set it up, knocking the ball in, and goal. Fantastic. You thought you might, when you do that, you think you're in the game now, aren't you? And then we go and give another one away.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think we got caught on the break, and to be fair to their player, he took it well. They did the third one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For me, I just want to make sure that if you know, because we are probably going to have another bad spell this season, it's going to happen, and I just don't want to see the fans get on the backs. You know, it's not how you lift the team spirit. You know, you've got to get behind them every time. Win, lose,
agree,
draw.
I really agree, mate. I promise you. But like, I just think we've had like 11 years of this now, and you know what?
It's what we signed up for, mate. It's what we signed up for.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I know. Like, you're taking your children along to see the Blues, which I applaud, and I absolutely love that. And my granddaughter went to her first game last week, when we won against Blackpool. And, you know, you see all these kids walking around the streets of Birmingham with, like, Manchester United, Liverpool, Barcelona shirts on. That destroys me, because, like, support your own, you know.
Yeah.
I think the club are doing a great job again, though, at the moment of trying to get the families and the kids into the ground. I mean, to have reduced prices the weekend. I know it's the last one before Christmas, and it's tough times anyhow. But then the games after Christmas, your kids for £1 again. Brilliant. Let's pack the place out. Let's get the kids down there. And
we can only, at the minute, Craig, we can only pack half the place out.
But yeah, I was going to ask that, Nick. Do we know of any updates on when the lower and...
I was going to ask that, Paul, and I know nothing. I promise you I know nothing. And we're not an investigative, like, kind of journalism kind of show, if you know what I mean. We're here to have a laugh and talk to Brummies about Brummie issues. Yeah. And we don't preempt or surmise anything. If it's happened, we'll talk about it. But we don't.
Sorry,
Nick. We don't go out there to actively look for information. We never have done, and we never will do.
Go on, man.
It's just dawned on me who Jack reminds me of. Remember Kevin Miller, our goalie?
Yeah.
yes.
Kevin Miller.
Jack, speak so we can all see your face on Zoom.
I'm here. I don't know who that is, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to go on Google after this.
I'm sorry. I've still got him down for Mork and Mindy.
just getting back to this 11 years. The team Jack picked for his all-time, most of them would have played in the same team. That the side that he picked was almost what we could have put out, and you know,
in the Premier League as well.
In the Premier League, and you compare those names with the greatest respect to what we've got now. You know, it's a planet apart, isn't it? It's just different world.
Yeah, and this is what's making me think I've seen it as good as it's ever going to be. You know.
No, Paul.
I think you're right.
Paul. No.
You never know.
I know, right? You know what? Tomorrow is always another day, and you've always got to be optimistic about what could happen. Yeah. And you don't know. I don't know whether the club be. I mean, listen, if we were taken over by some multi-billionaires, and they could, I don't know, just give us a free pie or something like that.
Even if you'd have said to a Man City fan,
sorry,
if you'd have said to a Man City fan 15 years ago, this is where they're going to be now, they'd have laughed.
Man City, I can remember Man City in Division 3, mate, not so long ago, and Chelsea, not so long ago, right?
Nicky Weaver in goal.
The future could be bright because we are the second city, and we bear the name of Birmingham.
Yeah.
Paul, just
okay. It's 8:45. Sorry, Alan. You go.
Okay,
first,
you carry on.
No, I've told you to carry on. Carry on. Carry on.
I was going to say to Paul was, having watched them in 8 decades, right?
Yeah.
I can promise you that we've had at least in that time we've had at least 3 or 4 periods like this and worse, and we've always come back. 60s were terrible, 50s were great, 60s were terrible, 70s. Ask people my age, that was the best team they'd ever seen. You know, the Hatton, the Latchford, and Francis, and all that business. And then it went down again, and then it came back. I mean, early 90s when we got, as Nick said earlier on, we was getting 5,000 and 6,000.
Oh, big credit to the Blues.
Leyland
We had 6,000 this week.
Yeah, we had double figure. We had 10,000 one week against Southend, and the place was rocking. Everybody. So
Alan,
don't despair.
It was still rocking, Alan, with 6,000 in the place.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That old cop, and I'll tell you, I was up there with my air on every goddamn week, mate. I was there. You know what? Willingness to do well, and knowing that we probably wouldn't. Alan, though, I mean, you've been around since 1875, to be perfectly honest with you, and you probably.
I was born the year after.
Sorry.
So the first game at Mud Street.
Alan, go on.
No, just one quick question for Jack. So what are you now? How old was you, Jack, when we won the League Cup?
Oh, 21.
So you was 21 when we won the League Cup. So you're 31 now then. So we're the only club where a 31-year-old fan who's 31 now can remember, in the West Midlands that can remember watching us, seeing their club win a major trophy at Wembley. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah.
Well done.
Absolutely.
You just worked that out all on your own.
I did. Got a calculator here.
Right, okay, Paul. Pythagoras theorem, not theory. Explain what? Pythagoras theorem.
Huh?
Pythagoras theorem.
It's like
It's like a
it's where two sides of a triangle equal the square.
right,
okay.
no,
I've got you.
I thought that was
taught
part
in school about 45 million, 65 million, a long time ago. Anyway, we're into the last 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And, right, because I have no access to another device, I'm going to cut off the coin thing at the end of the show. Exactly 9:00, right? Okay. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, anything to do with football and a hardware shop. Anything to do with football and a hardware shop. Make me laugh, ladies and gents, because I deserve to laugh, because, I'm rather old. Not as old as Chris Browne, but I'm rather old.
Here's another fact. I have never seen Blues lose at Wembley.
No, mate. No,
mate.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it? What a great fact.
Yeah.
I don't think right, here's another one, Chris. I've never seen Blues lose at Grimsby.
Oh.
I have. and I turned up I drove to Grimsby on my own, and when I got out the car, the game was off.
It's a shame that you've got no friends, isn't it, Alan?
Hey, that's fantastic, isn't it?
It's a shame that you've got no friends. You drive up there on your own.
Well, actually, I met up with some friends, and they said, "Have you heard?" I said, "Heard what?" It's off. I said, "No, can't be." And it was. We were sitting in McDonald's outside the ground, and it was called off. And I went and had a look, and the one goal area, the water was 2 foot up the posts.
Wow. How far back we going here?
Well, when did we used to play Grimsby? It was
During the war, wasn't it?
90s?
In the Trevor Francis.
Early 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my story about Grimsby. I was at work on a Friday afternoon, right? And there was a guy, bless him, he was as funny as hell. Mick Bennett, his name was, right? My ex-wife came in. I said, right, I'm going to the Grimsby Blues game tomorrow. And this is January, right? Mick says, oh, Grimsby's lovely. Why didn't you take the wife and kids? I knew what he was on immediately. And I said, you're very welcome to come to Grimsby if you want. Not tomorrow, I'm going to the Blues. And I think my children were like probably too young to go to the games at the time, not 2 and 1, right? Yeah. He said, Grimsby's lovely. Oh, he said, you should see the seafront and everything there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, she decided to come to Grimsby with me, ladies and gentlemen, and it was blowing an absolute gale. And I gave her the car keys. I went off to Grimsby. I'd got no fags. Another Birmingham City fag gave me a fag, right? Because I'd forgotten mine. I left them back in the car. And it was a force, I don't know, 10 gale or something like this. And the waves were just going. She stood there with the children. She'd got the car keys and she sat for 3.5 hours in the car watching waves. Because Mick Bennett had told her that Grimsby was a nice place. I love Mick Bennett. Okay, anything to do with football and a hardware shop.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Here we go. We got where's Hard at Harding? Niall Quinn. Yeah. The Hammers. Niall Etheridge. Yeah. Kevin Phillips Screwdriver. Chris Wood. Gary Tax Sheffery.
Oh God.
Arthur Spirit Level. Nicky Butt Plugs. Oh God! Stop! She's done it again.
No.
Stop it!
Who did that one?
I can't say. She did it last time. Violet Stone. Thomas the Hammer. Hitzelberger. Hard as Nails Kenny Cunningham. Nigel Tackman, and then that's it. We got right up to speed.
What about Jerry Drill?
Jerry Drill, good one.
Oh,
good
Jerry.
Well, that's Lucas Jigsawvich.
Good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you just thought that?
That's not bad, is it? That's just off the top of my head.
God.
Hang on. You got more than Paul Hipkiss, mate. That didn't come off the top of the head.
Oh, no.
Oh, only slightly more.
Yeah, that's it. He's going.
Mate, you, Jack,
I can't. No, I'm not sharp at all. Good one's coming through.
Obafemi Martins of Paint.
I like that one.
Drill Merrick.
Who did Obafemi Martins?
Jason Hughes. Hughes. He does do some. Viv Solomon Ottersaw. Gary Gardner Gloves.
Yeah.
That's it. We're up to speed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awful.
I'll tell you what, shall I, we've got to the past of the
Yes, we have.
I've got all the numbers in.
Brilliant. Come on then.
Sorry, Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are in. The votes have been counted. There are no more votes. Over to Craig.
What's that?
That was terrible. That was.
Hang on. Which bit?
The best I could do. Best I could do. That was. Sorry.
Which bit? Mine or Chris's?
Well, you're all right, Nick. You're getting there today. I mean, you're taking your time, but you're getting there. But Chris is just well behind.
Because I'm 60 on Christmas Day. I've never mentioned it before.
Go on, Craig.
Over 65. So I can confirm we sold 268 tickets.
Well done, mate.
Whoa.
Well done.
So well done to everybody, and thank you for that. And he hits the button on the machine. I can confirm that number two.
Dun, dun, dun.
Number 244.
It's me.
Is the number.
Go on.
Congratulations to
Craig Courtney.
No, but it's close to home. Congratulations, Paul Hipkiss. You are the winner.
No way. No.
What?
Oh, you're Mr. Fixer. You're Mr. Fixer.
That's it.
There,
Mr.
mate.
Fixer has fixed it for Mr. Hipkiss.
Yeah.
Oh, Craig.
Congratulations, Paul. Well done, mate.
Well done.
Paul, if you're at the game on Saturday, I'll meet you beforehand and ring it, mate.
Nice one, mate. Yeah, we'll get that organised.
There you go.
Paul, when you've got that, we want to see it on that wall behind you.
You know what, Nick? You've just beat me to it. I've got enough room over here, just next to Stephen Carr, to put it there as well. I'll get it framed.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
See, Paul, it was worth buying them £200 worth of tickets, wasn't it?
How many tickets did we sell? 216.
Yeah. Loads.
He bought 216. He bought 216.
No, 15. No, I bought one.
Yeah, I bought one.
Just an opportunity to shout out then that we've taken a little bit of a change in stance. We normally give money that we raise to our direct charities, but we are now running a raffle which has been going as well for breakfasts with 2 of the players from the current squad and an opportunity to meet the rest of the squad, which is at the end of the season at St Andrews.
Breakfast. What a shame it's not older. What a shame it's not older players. We could have had Andy Egg.
Nick's definitely on a case today.
I've probably had a case.
Yeah.
What we're going to do though is 50p a ticket, a strip of 5 for £2 to get you into the draw.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were stripping.
Oh, terrible. All funds raised will go to Childline to help, support those other vulnerable children that are out there as much as we possibly can. So please, if you're interested in tickets, contact me and we will arrange that. And the draw will take place on our Christmas show, which
I just blew my speakers.
Yeah, is not with Nick's player as he thinks. Is with the one and only Malcolm Page, and he'll be joining in the studio.
You could have him in a hardware shop, Craig. Malcolm Gage.
Yeah. True.
Middle week.
Right then, Nicholas.
Yes, sir.
I need you to wrap the show up because we've got a very long outro.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, Birmingham City fans across the world, this has been an emotional one, and it's been a difficult one. But with the great work that the people have done and are doing and will do, it won't change anything. But it could help make a difference for somebody else. This, my lovelies, has been the Tilton Talk Show. Good night from you, Chris Browne.
Good night.
Paul Hipkiss.
Good night, everyone.
My good friend from down south, Alan Watton. He's a lot older than me, by the way.
Good night, everybody.
Bless you, Alan. You're a great mate. I love you. I promise you, mate. I love it. Mark Andrew Adams with his red. What's the other bloke's name?
Jack.
Jack. I don't know. I do know, mate. I'm only toying. Right. Jack, thanks for being with us on the Tilton Talk Show tonight, mate. It's been great to have your opinions and your little stories and your doppelganger. We do it to everybody every week, mate, so don't worry about it. Jack.
Thanks for having me on. Good night, everyone.
That's all right. It's your last show, don't worry.
Cheers, Jack.
I'm so cruel. It's just, like, we've got a minute to go. Is there anything else coming through on the...
We've got Dion Orbital Sanderson. Walter Wallpaper Pandini, Nicky Florster, Jeff Hosefield, and Being Frank Quadru, Matt Sander Taylor, Lee Campfire, and that's your lot.
And we've got no hot chocolate.
No.
The first time, I think in, I don't know, maybe 18 months certainly, with nothing to hot chocolate, right? But never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tilton Talk Show, dedicated to that lovely, lovely, lovely young man. And you know what? We'll meet you back here.
Keep right on to the end of the road. the way belong, let your heart be strong. Keep bright.